Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Monster... Oh, that was an accidental click. Luckily, this is the side I want to go on. It's Monster Train! We are playing as a Stygian Hellhorn that we randomed. We are currently on Ring 5, Covenant rank 6 over here. Our boss is the one who cleanses buffs, so our rage buffs and things, but it's not really a big deal. Let's peek real quick. Okay, there is a holdover option. That's incredibly interesting. That is incredibly interesting. Our artifact. Okay, well now I really wish we had taken the capacity one. We're not really moving things. We're going to take this, so we get free units, and it'll give us some more flexibility. What do we want to be able to spam? Some things are stronger, but more expensive. We can give a -1 cost. The other thing we can do is Surge Stone. I think, the Surge Stone, I think I'll put on an Ice Tornado, actually. I was talking about maybe removing one. But it gets really good value from spell damage. I mean, it's just because we have 3 and they're expensive. And so despite the +15. But I'll do this, and at least it can't redraw this one a second time. Now, holdover. I think whatever we hold over, we also want to give -1. Now, we got to remember that the spells, they're damaging spells that we cast on the floor with Tethys will have -2 to their cost. So this one's already kind of free if we do that. Maybe I -1 cost an Ice Tornado, and we just spam the heck out of that. Like, give it holdover, give it -1, which would make it free on Tethys's floor, and we can just spam it every single round. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And then just lower its cost. And we don't have to give Tethys... Or... maybe we upgrade Tethys to be -3 cost. Because then all the tornadoes would be free, the Crypt Builder would be free, and then we apply the -1 cost to something else. For example, the Guardian Amulet, because it's expensive and awkward to cast, unless we rando discard it from Drain. But since we don't have that much discard or manual discard, like, it might be worth grabbing that. Or we make Drain itself free. Actually, I think I like this best. Let's make Drain free. I will reroll. So I'm going to upgrade Tethys to have the -3 cost. So I'm going to add Spell Power to the holdover one. Even without the -3 cost. It's only cost 1, it's still well worth casting it every single time. The Permafrost I don't care about. We haven't operated on any combo around it or anything like that. Probably I do the same thing where I do a non-damage spell, give it a discount. So the only non-damage spell that I've still got is the Guardian's Amulet. So let's do it. Makes it more castable if I don't get the offering combo. I will remove the Train Steward. Yeah, they're free to cast, but we don't have any room, really. And so one of the creatures ends up being a dead card, right? Because, hang on, if I go in this... So right now, that's, say, 1 floor. The Demon Fiend... So, it's either the Alpha Fiend or the Demon Fiend, plus Tethys or the Imp is 1 floor. And the other floor is maybe the Steelworker and the Deranged Brute. And that's it. That's everything accounted for. So we don't have room for the Train Steward. Plus, we might draft another unit at some point. I could just remove a Torch or a Vent. Or the unupgraded Ice Tornado. To make the deck a little smaller. But maybe I don't bother. Or the Frozen Lances. I mean, the Frozen Lances and the Torches effectively do the same damage right now, but the Torches are targeted. Actually, let's do that. I still have tons of spells. And that will just increase the odds of picking the ones that are more potent. I think that's probably still okay. I think if I got rid of a Torch or that, would have been fine. They're going to come in with armor. We do have some penetration for the armor stuff. Here's the thing, with armor 15, we can still one-shot these guys with a torch, because we do exactly 17, right? 2 plus 15 is 2 plus 15. These guys here, the 15 armor... Either way, I can't kill it with a Crypt Builder, although right now I can do Crypt Builder plus 1 torch, for example, and kill one. The tornadoes... This one here... Yeah, all the tornadoes could one-shot these guys, you know, depending on if there's nothing else. I think we're okay with taking the armor. There's probably something I'm not seeing, or you know, some combination of draws that at some point will get screwed with the extra armor. But generally speaking, I think we're actually okay. Now, what's frustrating here is that I don't have the 3 combat with the dude. And Tethys is a very, very vulnerable. But can we go and purge these guys? You got the Consume Ice Tornado. So yes, actually, 1 Ice Tornado cast will wipe this, and we do start with the extra energy, so we can definitely dump everything. We can even do a Mega Vent. So no, we're fine. I can do this. Because that'll wipe these guys regardless. I'm going to put the Steelworker at the top here, because it gives him the most amount of time to build up his armor. And then the rest don't matter. Really dependent on drawing, you know, one of our fatties here in front of Tethys. And that is probably the preferred one there. We do need to get a kill on this guy for some money, so I'm just going to Frozen Lance him. Actually, I should have torched the one in the back. I think that would have led to more damage. There you go. Well, okay, first of all, you're definitely going to go there to complete that floor. You're going to go there. Let me torch you first, because it's exactly the right amount of damage. Yeah, I don't think the order between those mattered. I think either way would have worked out mathematically, but... this saps all of them, but... I bet we don't have... Okay. You have a lot of spell damage. Oh yeah, the stealth. Yeah, that's annoying. I was like, wait, we're not going to do any damage? But no. The most efficient way to deal damage. I think she still has 1 turn of stealth there. Finally taking a little bit of damage, but oof. Okay, nearly going to die from this anyway. There you go. Torch you. Doesn't matter, you're going to die, but... whatever. I want to cast my spells. Let me cast my spells, damn you. Boom. Okay. That's a little dicey. We don't have a lot of sustain. Now, Moss Mage sounds great, obviously, right? But right now we don't have room for you. We could just grab you and then assume we're going to get a +1 capacity. I mean, the +7 as a percentage doesn't matter as much anymore, but no, it's still pretty meaningful. I don't think we want a second one of those. I mean, it would give us more targets for the saps, or we get more, sorry, the drains, or we take more drains so we can have more chance of firing off the offering. Maybe I do grab this. When do we get the next upgrade? I don't remember. We got one after fight 3 and one after fight 6, right? Let's say just skip here. We don't really need the Mollusk Mage. You know, I'm just gonna skip. I mean, we do have an imp, but... Neither one of these are going to be good picks. We could take the Imp in a box, which actually wouldn't be the worst thing because if we do take the +1 capacity, which is what we're going to do, we're going to want this. And I mean, it's sort of a dead draw for a bit, but not as much. No, I'm going to still skip that. Same sort of logic. We actually have a pretty decent tight deck, other than we don't really have much in the way of tankiness. We don't really need to remove or heal. Spell upgrades would be nice, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to Caverns. And we're going to upgrade our units first, in case this is a duplication one. Endless, maybe. Rage. I mean... yes? Now, just making you tankier may actually be the key here. The other thing is the Endless. We could Endless the Imp. We can keep recasting him and keep applying more Rage. And keep botting blocking one at a time. But I'm actually just wondering if... I might want to do this, because at some point he might die and we recast him, although typically he'll often die to a boss, and then we don't really have the room to recast him, but that's not always going to be the case. The bottom layer, the bottommost fight is going to start to become more and more of a big deal, and if he just can come back... I think this actually might be... this is sort of a safe, consistent route. I do like the Endless Imp stuff. It's kind of entertaining. Now, do I just want to make you bigger at the same time? Or we could just do this, because then all of a sudden he body blocks pretty well for whoever's on his floor. I think, though, just making this guy a little sturdier, or something like that. Because it's kind of redundant to put Endless and the health in the same one. Let's say maybe I should have just put the health on this guy, put Endless over here because of the Endless tricks. I think regardless of where we put the health, we're gonna be happy with it. Let me put it on the Alpha Fiend. Like, yeah, maybe more multi-strike, but he's got to survive long enough to build up his stuff, right? There you go. Well, I think I'll put the multi-strike on him. Or he sees a lot of action. Actually, this is... I mean, yeah, this more multi-strike on him makes him scale faster, but we could also just have a guy pre-scaled who keeps coming back to life. Yeah, okay. And then let's just buff out some stuff. Okay. What you got for me? Actually, we have no healing whatsoever in our deck. We don't have any lifesteal either, which, by the way, it does count as lifestealing, so this does... we have none of that. And we're complaining about tankiness? I mean, we could just add plus 25 health to one unit, but I think this is going to work out better. And there's really... I don't think there's anything in these clans that really generate healing, other than maybe a lifesteal effect, and even then I'm not sure. Let's do that. All of our units have more health. Well, I was complaining about our lack of tankiness, and between our unit upgrades and then that, we're in pretty good shape. The Scourge cards are definitely going to suck. Luckily, we should be able to snipe the butt faces that summon the Scourge stuff a lot more. Okay, yes, and yes. I was talking about sniping. We've got all the snipe, which doesn't exist in the universe here. Although we are going to kill these guys regardless. Actually, this floor is going to get wiped regardless of what we do. Let me drain you so you don't do any damage to my dude. Oh, fudge! I forgot it has a discard effect. I was going to just bop one of these guys with all the damage and get him out of the way. I forgot about the goddamn discard effect. Son of a... because this... partially, I think, because the sap doesn't feel that powerful, so it always kind of surprises me that it's a thing. Okay, yes to you over here. You guys are going to get cleared regardless. I'm going to do this so we apply more damage to the boss. Or, you know what, maybe I should have left... this means boss damage, but maybe I should have left it there for the strike. No, you're going to get the strike on the... either way, it's going to come out to exactly the same. A dead statue, and you get 2 strike points. This gets me boss damage. Okay, that's better. You don't do any damage, so we don't need this. I mean, I could kill you, but it doesn't matter. I guess I'll just spend here a couple of times for more boss damage. Sure. Okay, well. Behind there. To make more sense. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Again, everyone's gonna die regardless. Let me just try to prevent damage on our dude in the front. There's no way for me to kill this one. Although, if I kill you, that's gonna lead to much more boss damage. Maybe we could have saved another multi-strike, but no, that seems okay. Alright. Boom, boom. You being quick could actually be quite nice. So, right now we don't have a full kill over here. We definitely want to torch the guy that put garbage in our deck. If you bring you below 50, we gotta use everything, but... Go. Actually, I guess we just need to bring you below 90. Or, I don't know, whatever. Something. Shut up. Math. Okay, I want to get rid of this. This double tapping with this one doesn't kill anything. What I should do... Well, I don't know. We'll use the consume one first. It's fine. And you're going to die regardless. Let's do this one. This holdover one. We still get it. And then I can cast this on an empty floor. But that's all. It's not free on the middle. Okay, there's the holdover one. We've got the little vent too. So this guy's going to die anyway. But I can't vent first. I suppose I could torch first on these little ones, so we don't waste damage on the little guys. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. It doesn't matter really which one. I don't know, you. I mean, they're all going to die in the end. So this increases the chance. How's the math change? Yeah, actually, if I frozen lance you, then you can only get hit by that twice. And then we'll vent for the bonus. We'll take a little bit of damage, and then apply 120 over here. If it had landed differently, I think we could have cleared everything and applied more damage to this guy, but that's going to have to be okay. That's got the discard at random, so we have to remember that one. I do want to get rid of this. I'm going to torch you. Yeah, I guess I'll Ice Tornado on this floor. Just in case that... You might still have some saps by the time it comes back to final wave. There we go. Well, a sap is really devastating on a guy with multi-attack. So it costs 2. I mean, that's free. Yeah, you're already dead. Excellent. Because, yeah, you're going to do no damage, and then very little damage, da-da-da-da-da, while we do huge damage, and we can use some spells as well. Alright. I don't really do that. That might be useful. Right, so we'd cast this on the floor right beneath the pyre to send them all and daze them so that the pyre itself can kill him. Might just skip this. Turn your hand, draw 5. It's so expensive, though. And really, it's just gonna... Really? We don't... All the cards we draw are mostly good. There's not necessarily anything we dig for. I'm not sure that does anything for us. And it's just... This would replace... Like, we draw this instead of something else, and it's so expensive, and we want to be able to finish it. I'm just gonna skip this. I think we... As I say, I think we have to take +1 capacity, but do we? If we just don't draft any other creatures, I mean, we've got the perfect creature set up. We don't really need more energy either. It's not like we want to make the X effects that much, because you don't get that much out of the X of the vent. Mostly we want to cast the vents for 0. I propose we actually just take +1 draw. Most of the stuff in our deck is basically free right now. All the creatures. Okay, free artifact. Duplicate money. We can shop for artifacts later. We don't need health. The caverns are really nice. But no, I think we go here. Let's take the artifact first, because that might inform what we do. Days when they get the Pyre Room. Cheaper merchants. Maybe. This is really, really, really strong. It's shockingly useful to prevent a lot of damage on your Pyre. It hasn't been an issue so far. It might become an issue. Or we just do this. Now, there's not a lot of shopping left. I'm going to say there's so little shopping it's not worthwhile. This would kind of potentially make a difference in the final floor, because there's always that artifact shop, but I'll take the Vapor Funnel. We'll take the money. We don't want to duplicate any dudes. Do I just want to duplicate the Holdover Ice Tornado? Or what if we duplicate... Hold on. Let's duplicate the Consume Ice Tornado. I kind of wish I'd give it more spell power. I mean, more saps for defensive and things could be fun. No, I think I like this. It's potent. It purges itself. We could make it 100% free, but I don't think we need that anymore. On the other hand, that's a lot more flat damage. We do have the +1 draw, making the tornadoes free. Actually, maybe this does pay off, actually. The sweep is not really what we need. And the spell weakness, it would be something that we hit on the first floor, but we don't, that doesn't die, that presumably still has a lot of health left over. It is nice for maybe dropping some spell weaknesses on the boss in the background, though. Because as he boops around, if he's on the bottom floor, he might just get hit by the sweep and then get some spell weakness stacks. I think this is going to work out better. It's very... I can, again, see big arguments for both. Spikes... We do have a lot of multi-strikes, so that's kind of annoying. It's a lot of money, but you know what? I think we're going to leave it off. The Ember Drain actually isn't going to be a huge problem to us in a weird way. The sweep's kind of annoying. I don't think we can kill him as is, but he's only going to do 1 point of damage, so okay. He'd normally be 2, but we got the chicken. Because, yeah, I realize that you're going to consume tons of rage stacks. Unless, you know, we could change the order of things. We can put the pair of 2s over here. It's very 6-1, half a dozen. I'll probably draw the rest of it. No, I'm just going to put you over here. We don't waste your rage. Almost kill you. Whee. Oh, at least we won't take any damage. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? That's true. I forgot about that. You just not doing any damage is going to be fine. So I'm going to go back to putting this guy here. I'm going to put you in front. I'll give you the little rage imp. Wait a minute. Hold on. You were supposed to come down here. We're still fine. Now we probably will be. Just for spite. Not the one I want on the bottom floor. Whee! We still have a mighty amount of spell damage. Yeah, that was a placement. I got confused about who was who. Be nice to explicitly vent for 0 and just kill those guys. Yeah, it really doesn't matter how I do this. I guess I'll hold on to this consume one. Those are pretty tough, but it turns out I am too. You know what's also nice is completely ignoring armor. That's pretty spiffy. 45. Let's tap you one more time. That means you died at 2 hits if it happens to land on you. Well, you're gonna get off some Ember Drain. Oh, but it's on a dead turn. Well, that's okay. Yeah, we have nothing to do here. I'm gonna Ice Tornado just so that holdover sticks around. Okay, that's the one with the discard. We could discard the Crypt Builder. Well, okay, so we're clearly gonna do this, and that, and that, and then yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, the offering would trigger, but we'll do this, and this floor's, yeah, that's gonna be a little rough. And then our spells become insanely expensive. Is the sap better? In this case, I think it might be. So this is -6. So the first time, so that's 19. It's going to hit for 8, leaving you at 52. Then it's going to be 23. So it's going to leave you at 29. Yeah, I think this means you survive an extra round to do damage. Which, the 50 times 3 is much more valuable. See, that's 450. I think that's better than what we would have had. Okay. And we still have a lot of damage here. In fact, you're going to die already. Okay. Boom. Frozen, meh. This is really good, this Ice Storm, because it's normally 1 damage 5 times, but it's 16 damage 5 times. Plus we get the gold in it, assuming we win. No, we're gonna skip those. Okay, final round. Either way we get the artifact shop. It gives us more money. We can duplicate another card, which is interesting. Health, Forge units removed. Now we're gonna go to the right. Multi copies of this would be nice if we could fit them in, but we don't. Might be good to just grab more copies that consume Ice Tornado. Kind of okay with that. Especially, we can upgrade it first. Okay, let's quickly peek at the artifacts. Random Imp, no... Maybe... Silencing is pretty useful. I think we want to double stack the saps, yes. So I'm going to add spell power to one of the consumed tornadoes, and we're going to duplicate it. I think the double stack, this is all enemy units. All these are already free. Well, I mean, not so much if I want to cast them on another floor. What I might want to do is the non-consume Ice Tornado, make it cheaper. If I want to cast it on other floors. And then we have the holdover kicking around. I think that might... I think it's not... There's no reason not to use it. I do want to do a reroll, unless I want to check the artifact situation first. I mean, we're not really reliant on having the consume stick around. I think the silence is really strong. I might want to take the wing clippings. Or I could re-roll and see if we get something better. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think the rage is pretty useful. It doesn't stick around. But we do have a lot of multi-strike. I'm gonna do that. Come back over here. I won't spend this. I'll save a little bit. Okay, we can't hold over, unfortunately. The Ice Storm, we want to give it more flat damage for sure. Actually, was there another flat damage one that I put on a Tornado? Which was also good, actually. I mean, we may as well do the -1 spell cost thing now. Yeah, I'll do it on a non-consume Ice Tornado to give us some options on the floor. I think we just duplicate this one, the one I gave the extra spell power to, 65. Most of the time it's going to be free. Okay, and yeah, the buffs and debuffs get tweaked. But, again, that's only on the floor that he zaps, so it's not like we're reliant on Rage. The Rage we get is a nice bonus, but we don't cry if we lose it. Alright, so again, I don't have my 3-wit dude on the base floor. Can I wipe these guys? We got the Ice Tornado. Yeah, they won't be able to kill me. Okay, if I Frozen Lance you twice. Yeah, that's fine-ish. Yeah, I'll just put you here. That'll be okay. You know, some rage, but that's okay. This is not... Oh, there's the big one with the Endless. So I'm going to put you down over here. I'm going to put you up over here. And... yeah, you can't do that, which is nice. I guess I'll torch you, because I'm clearly going to vent. You vent first, yeah. Okay, so we've got Wicked Overkill regardless. I can do damage to you, but I think I'll do this and save some health on this guy. There we go. Okay. Eat some damage. Clearly going to go there. We could boop you for a little bit of damage so you don't do anything. On the other hand... not really going to change anything, is it? Before... no, you'll still take 3 shots to kill him. This doesn't change the math. What I'll do is do this to save some damage there. And then I guess I'll sap you since you're going to survive. It'll save us some damage in their floor. I mean, unless we spell, like hit him with a spell, but either way. Let's save a little bit of damage over here. You're actually going to go up in health? Oh, because you're going to gain armor. Right. Booping you would mean more damage on the boss, but only, like, the 18 more damage. Not a big deal. Alright, let me torch you. I'm sure there's some math that makes one of these, like, you know, superior to another, but... no, either way you need to Ice Tornado. I'm just gonna use the baby one. You know what? Yeah, it's okay. We still have lots of things to deal with, like, regular units. And we're not likely to redraw that one before the boss fight anyway. So either way, it's going to basically be used against the boss. Okay, I mean, we're definitely doing this. That'll probably still be around. Although, do you also purge, like... Yeah, I think we're going to purge your own debuffs, but oh well. Yeah. Okay, you're going to be fine. Let me boop you. So that... Oh, I guess none of these... Yeah. Oh, no, there's the Ice Tornado. Drain you to minimize some damage, although that guy is endless. But we're not really going to take advantage of the endless. I probably shouldn't have bothered spending the gold on it. Unless I was going to put him on the imp. Okay. Torch these guys. I'll actually start with the Ice Storm. It's going to be a slightly cleaner way to take care of these guys. Already 53. That's fine. And then, boop you. We've weakened them a fair bit. Alright, final wave. This is going to start. We're kind of where we want to be. Torch you. X, so it's going to be... Yeah, so I do have to torch you if I want to kill you. And then do it that way. Okay. I don't know if he's going to get dazed when he goes into... Yeah, so we get this guy back, but you can see it, like, doesn't do anything for us. Okay. That is extremely efficient damage. And he's going to purge the saps off pretty quick, but... Actually, I don't know if he still does that in combat. He's going to do nothing. I don't know how that... what that did math-wise. -1 sap. -1 sap. No, okay, that did actually make a pretty big difference. Basically needed another big sap over here. But we didn't draw it, so we have to go for maximum efficient damage, which is just that. Do what we can here. And hope the math works out okay with our Pyre. The days... Oh my god, I can't count. 27 damage per round. I think we're just dead. Oh, come on! Ah! That's actually incredibly disappointing. Because that was actually... it felt like that should have been a win. And that's the sort of thing where, like, any of 30 little inefficiencies / blatant mistakes that happened at that run, if any one of them had been different, if any one decision had been made slightly differently, including maybe in combat, like in the final combat, would have led to a win. What is this? Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 2 times the number of spells in your deck, 3 times. Okay, so it's basically doing 6 times the amount of damage as I have spells in my deck. But it splits it into 3 different attacks, which means it's better for, like, potentially taking out multiple things. That is interesting. Still, though, that... I gotta admit, that's kind of heartbreaking. That is kind of heartbreaking. Ooh, oh, there's our series of wins over here with the different combos. So everything is fully unlocked now. Hey! Look at that. Still have the golden fight. Wait, there's still some cards we haven't unlocked over here? But everything's level 10. What? Brr? Wait, and you still have a card missing. Bah? Okay. That goes against expectations. Hang on a sec. Well, yeah, I guess the logbook is actually the best place to see it. It was there. 10, 10, 10. Yeah, everything's level 10. But, I mean, card mastery, so... You must unlock it with something else. Interesting! Alright, well... I'm very disappointed to have lost that one. I'm heartbroken. Heartbroken. Because it's one of... like, there's a lot of times where we talk about, like, This choice versus this choice, well, unless we spend 5 minutes analyzing everything and knowing everything's going to come, they feel very close. So, you know, in a vacuum, it's hard to tell. So for the purpose of making a decision and keeping the run going, we're going to go ahead and hit that button. I wouldn't have taken the -1 capacity. No, wait. The -1 capacity thing was great. I wouldn't have taken the +1 energy thing. That's right. I wouldn't have taken the +1 energy thing. Instead, instead of taking the +1 energy, if we had taken the +1 capacity thing when we had that choice, that wouldn't have made a ton of difference, but it would have done a little bit. I would have drafted my creature slightly differently, and then I would have taken another +1 capacity. We've had a lot more creatures in play. On the other hand, the +1 energy really didn't turn out to be that useful because we did get the -2 thing, and then we kept committing to Tethys. But I might have taken +1 draw twice. That all of a sudden would have been an insanely explosive deck. Oh well, can't win them all. Folks, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.